Yo, what is going on, everybody? My name is Merk, and today I'm going to be bringing you all my second NPL Minors match. This is like week 4 or 5, I think. The weeks don't really matter. I'm only going to be playing one or two more games after this one, potentially, so the weeks don't really matter. But this is against Ashley, or Awiek, or something like that, and her Detroit Pinsirs, and I've got my beautiful Burger Kingler going for me. So Ashley's team has all the things you see on screen: Donphan, Mega Pinsir, Raikou, Togetic, Meloetta, and Registeel. And she had some other stuff. The two biggest things that she didn't bring were Azumarill and Crawdon. I thought that if she brought that Water Spam core, it would have been able to easily overwhelm like my Tangrowth. So I really thought that she could have brought both Azu and Crawdon, and them together would have just absolutely worked over my defensive mons, because like all I have is Tangrowth that really switches into that. But I have other checks to that, so let's just go over my team real quick. I've got another bulky Zardex. This is Will-O-Wisp 2 attacks with Roost. It just walls pretty much everything. It stops the Raikou. It takes a hit from Pinsir always. I think it takes an EQ after rocks. I'm fairly certain, as long as I'm already Mega'd, so I'm not taking that 50%. And it just walls everything. It burns everything on Ashley's team, and it's just a really nice check to her mons. Then I've got a Pasha Berry Nidoqueen for said Azu and Crawdon that didn't come. So the berry's not helpful at all. Life Orb or even like the Shuka Berry or something would have been more helpful. But this is fine. It's just like special with it's just 3 attacks. Stealth Rock, and I'm actually bringing 2 Stealth Rock users because Ashley does have Mega Pinsir, and I don't want to allow that thing to come in for free ever. Then I have Scarf Kabu. It's a good check to mainly Mega Pinsir, and also can check stuff like Raikou and Meloetta once they get low enough, so I can knock them out with Waterfall or Stone Edge. And then I've got Rapid Spin on there just in case I really need rocks away, and Superpower so that Crawdon couldn't set up against me. Then Rocky Helmet Tangrowth with this is the Dawn set, nice Leech Seed Infestation. I love this set. So it's probably not very good, but it works really well to just trap stuff and be really annoying. And then Helmet was there once again to annoy the Azumarill and the Crawdon if she so chooses to brawn them. Also, this thing does take a hit from Pinsir from full, which is pretty cool, and it's typing. Grass typing is just pretty good against Ashley's team. And then I guess Spadep Bronzong because it serves as a check to Pinsir, I guess. But more importantly, it lets me take hits from stuff like the Meloetta because that thing's a big threat. Like, I know how good Meloetta is, and it can just absolutely run over teams. And this is my second Stealth Rock mon because, like I said, I do not want Pinsir coming in for free ever. So and I can pressure her means of hazard removal. I don't know if it's going to be Spin Donphan or Defog Togetic. And lastly, I've got a Scarf Gothitelle, which was another check to Pinsir. Choice Scarf with enough defense investment so that I can take +2 Adamant Quick Attack after rocks, and then deal a whole bunch of damage back with HP Rock. I can't knock it out from full, but it does a lot. And also I Trick on it so that I can cripple stuff like the Togetic or the Registeel or whatever. So that's a team. I believe I'm going to lead out with... shoot, I don't remember what I led with. I think I'm just going to lead with Tangrowth. Is that right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. Come on, go. Yeah, I'm going to lead off with Tangrowth. I'm just going to speed this up to normal. And obviously, I can't take a Choice Specs Hyper Voice, but Ashley's going to switch out into her Togetic, so either fearing that I'm AV or it can't kill me. So I'm just going to go to Bronzong because that's my switch, and I'm just going to go for my rocks right away, and damn, that's too fast now. Anyways, I don't want to lose my item, and Zard should just always switch into this thing because there's no way that she just goes for the Stone Edge. So Donphan gets up rocks, which is kind of annoying, but I can just burn this thing, and I have a free Will-O-Wisp against Ashley's team because she has no fire type or immunity of some sort. And Earthquake's going to come out. That's definitely offensive damage, but it can't 2-hit KO me, so I can just kind of roost stall for a little bit and see what she wants to do to counteract this thing, because it's looking like her answer to Zard is this Donphan, and Donphan cannot break Zard unless it gets multiple crits in a row, and I don't roost for some reason. So yeah, I think here I'm just going to go into Gothitelle. Yeah, because I know I can take an EQ really easily, and I just want to get rid of this thing, and since it hasn't spun yet, I want to see if... I think she's just going to keep on spamming EQ, and that does 31%. And here I actually cannot kill this thing with an energy ball, but I'm just gonna go for it anyways because it can't kill me, and there's not a huge, and yeah, I'm gonna crit it. I'm gonna crit Donphan though, which is really helpful for me. Unfortunate for Ashley since that did matter, since I'm Timid Scarf and I'm not even max special attack. So like, I don't know what Ashley was going for right there. If it was knockoff, then getting rid of my item would have been really annoying, especially because I can't trick Scarf anything. But I'm assuming Ashley probably went for like EQ or Rapid Spin, so neither of those things would have been able to knock me out, and I would just kill it with another energy ball. It would this allows Pinsir or something to come in for free, I guess, but she's going to opt to not go for that and go for the Meloetta play, which makes sense because Pinsir doesn't want to take that 25% right away. I'm surprised she didn't just go right for like the defog with Togetic or something, but I have my switch in, that's Bronzong. Bronzong should just be able to eat for days. Hyper Voice does absolutely nothing. It shows that it's probably just timid offensive, I think, or maybe it's modest, but it's definitely not specs. And here I'm free to just fire off like I'm just gonna go for the Heavy Slam, as for some reason she goes out into Pinsir, which makes absolutely no sense because I put this thing under 50%. It's just taking unnecessary damage, and this thing cannot knock me out, so I'm just gonna go for the Rock Slide, as now she switches back out into Registeel here, which I don't know what those plays were, honestly, but I can just go for Rock Slide. Registeel can't touch me too much, and I think here, I forget what I do. No, I'm going to go into my Nidoqueen right here because it should be a pretty free switch into this guy because there's no way that Registeel's going for the EQ right now, and this just lets me get a kill basically, as this thing does go for T-Wave. I knew there's a good possibility it could just T-Wave, and this is my immunity to that, so that's nice. And now I just get a kill with Earth Power because Togetic is immune, but like I knock it out with a Sludge Wave after, and Togetic can't do anything anyways. So Pinsir dies without doing anything. It doesn't even get its Mega off, which is really, really nice. And now I'm in a just fantastic spot because the only thing that threatens Nidoqueen is this Meloetta, and I do have a pretty good switch into it. Now here I'm going to go into Tangrowth, yeah. No, I'm going to go back into Bronzong. I thought I made a stunt right here, but I don't have the juice for that, as Meloetta just goes for the Psyshock. Now here I'm just going to go ahead and fire off a Heavy Slam because I don't really want Togetic coming in for free, and I can just pressure that thing, and if Registeel comes in, then it's just another free switch into Nidoqueen. So Togetic does come in, and I'm going to fire off that Slam, and also it was the thing that would hit Meloetta for the most damage if she elected to stay in. So Heavy Slam's doing over half, so that's cool. And here I'm gonna switch out into my Nidoqueen again, because if it roosts up, then I just get a kill anyways, so it doesn't matter, as this thing tries to fire off another T-Wave. So I'm just blocking all this yellow magic. So Nidoqueen is the whatever takes on a sorcerer. I don't know D&D, there's probably something, but I get another kill here. Sludge Wave knocks it out. There's no reason for it to save. Togetic, it does nothing at this point. And now Meloetta comes in again, and here I'm going to make a stunt. I'm going to go into Tangrowth because I know that since it's Psyshock, it can't knock me out. It definitely cannot knock me out because this is Fizz Def Tangrowth, and I think it's choiced at this point, like maybe Scarf, and he goes for the knock right here, which is an interesting play. And I did some calcs, and because it's not specs, I know it can't kill me, so I'm just going to stay in and go for the Leech Seed right here, I believe. Do I do that, or do I switch into Bronzong? Yeah, I'm going to go for the Leech Seed. I don't remember this game too well, and Leech Seed just dominates this thing, and I believe I'm just going to go back out into, no, I thought it was going to double out Nidoqueen. I'm trying to predict what I'm doing, so I'm going to go for the Infestation right here because I just want to kill that Registeel, because Leech Seed Infestation just dominates fat stuff. It's so fun. But now I'm just going to go into my Bronzong right, or no, I'm going to stay in. Damn, I know none of my plays. Jeez. I knew that I could take a Hyper Voice from this thing, so I was just going to stay in and knock it out with Giga Drain. No reason not. I could have gone to Bronzong, but it doesn't really matter because the thing's dead. And now the Raikou's gonna come out. Now here my better play probably could have been to like go for a Leech Seed, but I knew it was probably her only chance to take it at this point was to Hacks me with Calm Mind Raikou. So in the case that it was Calm Mind, I want to Trick Scarf it right away, because what I thought this did, as she does go for the Calm Mind, how I thought Trick was going to work was that I trick it a Scarf right here, and then it's forced to go for the Calm Mind again. So I'm a little rusty on my trick mechanics, as it is actually going to lock Raikou into a Shadow Ball. So this thing's basically holding a Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, and an Assault Vest right now, but it's locked into Shadow Ball, which isn't a big deal because my team's so bulky it can definitely take Shadow Balls. So here I'm just going to go into my Nidoqueen. I probably can't take this on 1v1 because +1 my +1 is going to be taking Earth Power. She does get the crit on Shadow Ball. I don't know if that mattered. I think that mattered. It doesn't really matter though, because I'm going to be able to take a hit with Bronzong anyways. So I lose with Nidoqueen. Had Nidoqueen lived, I would have won 5-0, but differential doesn't really matter that much. And now all I have to do is just go into Bronzong and click EQ here. I know that I'm max speed up Bronzong. It's eating this hit. Yeah, it does 49%. So Bronzong is a beast. It's going to be able to knock out this thing. And all the asset it has left is Registeel, which is never going to break this team. I have Tangrowth with Leech Seed. I got this Bronzong that's never going to die to it. And I have Will-O-Wisp with Zard if I need to. So this thing is not going to beat me. I'm just going to go right into... Yeah, no, I'm going to fire off an EQ first, just to get some damage off. As the T-Wave does come out, the Yellow Magic is in play, and EQ does absolutely no damage. So here, I think I'm going to just go into Tangrowth, and all I have to do is just hit it with the Leech and hit it with an Infestation, and then it's just kind of over. Like, it's over anyways, but this will officially end the game. So Registeel is going to go for the Iron Head. It does 9%. That's absolutely delicious. Not even burnt or anything. And Leech Seed is going to always recover off that health because, you know, it did 9%. It literally did 9. So here I can just go for the Infestation and finish this thing off, as Iron Head is... I'm literally being healed by this Iron Head basically because of that. So I'm going to go for the Infestation, and now we got that delicious, just amazing, deadly chip damage combo, taking that nice, what, 25 or something % every single turn. It's nice. And you're also healing yourself. I love it. And so I win the game, but Ashley does go out with a boom and go for the explosion, which does a crisp 20%. Oh my goodness. So that's the game. We're going to take it 4-0. Definitely a pretty commanding win in my favor. I didn't really lose momentum at any point in this game. Obviously, me forgetting how Trick works was really stupid, but like, it didn't cost me because I knew that Raikou locked into anything could not beat my team. Like, if he had an electric, locked himself into an electric move, then Nidoqueen walls. If he goes for HP Ice, then Bronzong and Kabu and Zard, for that matter, take it on. And Shadow Ball, like you saw, was handled by Nidoqueen plus Bronzong. So yeah, that's a game. A little bit of hacks for me, I guess. What did I do? Yeah, I crit the Donphan. I don't think it really mattered in the end. Like, Calmine Raikou was not beating my team because I had Choice Scarf. Because if I lost my Scarf on Gothitelle, then I wouldn't have given the thing the speed boost, and then I could just whittle down Raikou with like Bronzong and Nidoqueen, and then knock it out with Scarf Kabu. So yeah, the game was going to be mine no matter what, I think. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to drop a like and maybe a comment and some love too, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.